Okay, Representative McMakin on House Bill 97.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Senators. Once again, honored to be here in the Senate side. This is a bill to update the solicitation law of Louisiana. Right now, it's on interstate highways only. I'm adding in public streets and the word offering. In the administration of criminal justice on the House side, 10-0, favorably preferred. And then on the House floor, this passed 92-11, bipartisan. I messed up there. I know, Senator Klein-Peter, sorry about that. Would ask for your favorable passage.
Okay, let's see. I don't know if I want anybody to speak right now, but I guess Senator Klein-Peter.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to let you know it doesn't matter how they vote on the House side. This is where bills come to die.
Okay, I see no questions from the panel, from our legislators here, so I'll read the green cards first. Guy Cormier, Police Jury Association, President in support, does not wish to speak. Scott Kirkpatrick is President in support, does not wish to speak with Chiefs of Police. Debbie Hinton with the Police Jury Association, I'm assuming she's President in support, does not wish to speak. Kevin Hayes with the Chief of Police Association, President in support, does not wish to speak. Senator Barrow, do you have a question?
I do. And so let me share with you one of my concerns about this, and I want to be careful with my words. So I know how frustrating this may be for some people, but let me share with you a situation that I just experienced with a young man that was 14, whose mom had been incarcerated. Don't know why she was incarcerated, but he was hungry. And he was out asking for money, and I asked him why was he out there, because he was so young, and that's what really got my attention. And so he was staying with his stepfather, but so appropriate, Mr. Chairman. But a life situation had happened to him, and he was just trying to find something to eat. So now this is going to be a criminal charge for.
Oh, hold on here.
I don't think he did.
Okay, how about now? Well, why is that
No,
not?
there we go.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. A criminal charge for individuals asking for money.
So I don't know where he was. If he was on the interstate highway system, on-ramp or off-ramp, it would already be legal. We're adding public streets to this for the health and safety of those people. So I would say instead of him being on the interstate highways or public roads, if he wanted to do that, he could go to a shopping center, a grocery store, a food service place to do that, and that would still not be part of this crime.
Yes, but this is like off just a normal highway, just a highway, right? You add a public street to this. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That is definitely part of one of the issues that I have, because how would he know that, right? He was 14. He was caught in a bad situation. I have problems with that. So anyway, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Senator Barrow. Okay, I don't see any further questions. I'll read the red cards in opposition. We have Sarah Whittington, who is present and in opposition and would like to speak.
Good morning, Sarah Whittington with the Justice and Accountability Center. Again, I appreciate Representative McMakin acknowledging that this already covers all interstate highways, on-ramps, and off-ramps. What this will do is expand it, though, to every other street. And that, I think, is concerning. He'd previously provided for and named that this is about pedestrian safety, but the leading causes of pedestrian injuries on streets do not include panhandling. He previously provided testimony that it's related to drugs, alcohol, dark nights, weather, and various other concerns, but this does not cover a person stopped at a red light, putting their arm out the window, and potentially handing over any change or cash that they may have. So while I don't think that this is a pedestrian safety issue, I am also extremely concerned that this is criminalizing the folks that are providing the charity as well. If I choose to stop at a red light and have just left the store and have some change, and someone is standing there, it doesn't even need to technically fall under solicitation for them. They do not need a sign. They do not need to ask. If they are standing there simply, they are not soliciting. But if I put my arm out the window under this bill, I've committed a misdemeanor and I could be prosecuted. I have a significant problem with that because that is my charity and my choice. Additionally, I know, and the reason that this matters to me is that my aunt, for my entire childhood, kept initially McDonald's coupons, and now she has gift cards to restaurants. And she will frequently hand those gift cards and coupons out. And this bill is written, I believe, would cover that as well. Because while it does define and say that it is any, let me read this so I do get it right. Anything of value, meaning cash, currency, coin, or other financial instrument. The only definition for financial instrument that I could find is actually naming that is it a check, draft, money order, certificate of deposit, letter of credit, bill of exchange, or access card. Access card is then defined, and it would include gift cards, as I am currently understanding it. If it wouldn't, that potentially is something different. But after my testimony on the House side, I did receive also many people reaching out to me and naming and saying that, and let me just read the email that I received from one individual. When I was homeless, I often relied on what I could get from panhandling. Most people don't understand how hard it is to come back from homelessness. I'm a fortunate one, and I will fight for those less fortunate with every opportunity to survive. And this person is now no longer homeless and does advocate for others who are homeless. If this is about getting them to other resources or access to those that do provide it, there are significant barriers always to that kind of support. I just think that if this person takes it upon themselves and it is a choice that they make and it is a choice that I make, it should not be criminalized. But I'm happy to answer any questions. Thank you.
Okay, Senator Barrow.
Yes, really quickly, and I should have asked the author, but would this also could potentially take in like Little League groups that are always they are always in my neighborhood asking, you know, to support their team, to support their cheerleading group, whatever.
Yes.
Could this take this in? Because I'm trying to read it very closely and clearly, but it looked like it can take in these little groups as well.
Yes, and again, there was a similar question in the House Committee on Administration of Criminal Justice. I think the bill author can respond to that. Specifically, a representative asked about Jerry's kids who might be collecting donations, and he said that they would not be impacted by this. However, the law that covers them, 32218, acknowledges that you must be a professional firefighters association, a police officer, or other public safety officer, and get permission from your municipal association under that law. So yes, your little leagues, your football teams, they would fall under this.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Senator Klein-Peter.
That was some good points that was brought up. I do understand what you're trying to do. Maybe we could work from. I'm addressing the author of this bill. Unless
You can
somebody
stay
else,
there
you
for a
can stay
minute.
there. Is she finished?
Well, in case we have some other questions, just stay there. Just in case.
I'll wait.
Oh, no, I'm asking, have the author come to the. Oh, you're right. Okay, he's going to wait till, all right, thank you, and I agree with Senator Klein-Peter. You did make some good points I didn't think about. Thank you for your comments. And I will just read the rest of the cards and then have Representative McMakin come to the front. Rodney Braxton is the president in opposition, does not wish to speak. Tammy Jones, president in opposition, does not wish to speak with vote. Jacqueline Germany is president, is not in opposition, does not wish to speak. So I think Senator Klein-Peter had a question for you. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The firefighter was brought up, and that's excluded, correct? Yes, sir. Okay, so would you be willing to work with us between here and the floor to see what we can do to make sure that nobody else is impacted, a Little League group or anything like that on the street, to where if they register or go through the local municipality and get a permit to do that or something like that? I definitely don't want to see innocent people that's giving to a Little League group or something like that punished.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I would like to give my opportunity. would rather keep it here and then. Now the same thing.
Senator Miguez with a question.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For the author, just curious, the exception for charitable organizations like churches, firemen, and those individuals, are you aware where that's in current law now? Because I was just looking at 1497, and I don't see it. I know your bill doesn't address that. You're just basically adding the offering portion, but I'm curious, since we're on this subject, if existing law on solicitation, which your bill does not cover, that's present law.
Revised statute 32218.
Okay, we're going to take a look at it. Just want to make sure it's there, and if it's not there, we'd want to work with you on that to make sure that, just like Senator Klein-Peter mentioned. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Miguez. We had a little bit of discussion of kind of what the committee wants to do, and I believe that there might be some changes, and you were going to be willing to work with some people to try to iron out some differences here from here to the floor. However, some other senators might have questions, but what's the desire of the committee? Yeah. Senator Barrow.
So, Mr. Chairman, what I would like to offer, because we're still very early in the process and we've already started hearing how, I think that's more than enough time to get the bill through the process. I would ask the author if he'd be willing to work with us between now and next week and have the bill heard next week to look at making some of those modifications.
Yes, ma'am.
To the bill.
Yep.
Okay, so you
Voluntary defer?
defer for a week?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
So you don't have a problem? Okay, all right. That sounds good. We'll, you have a good bill, and I think we can tighten it up. So House Bill 97 by Representative McMakin is deferred till next week. All right, thank you.
Thanks, Senators.